Welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Adventure Comics number 361, published in October 1967, with story by Jim Shooter and art by Jim Mooney. Featuring the villains who never lose, the Unkillables. We dare you to guess the identity of the Unkillables. All the clues are in your history books. Okay. It is the second decade of the war between the United Planets and a strange confederation of distant worlds known as the Dominion. Bitter fighting rages on the galactic border of the year 2967. And if you think that maybe you should have heard of it, since apparently this war has been going on for quite a while, no, this is the first appearance of the Dominators. This is the third alien race that Jim Shooter has either created or co-created, including the Dominators, the Khunds, and the Controllers. But the war appears to be coming to an end. However, there is a group on Earth that doesn't want peace. We must not let them. They destroyed whole cities, the Dominators, nations, even planets. We must push our advantage and wipe them out to the man. At last, the Dominators, rulers of the Dominion, have agreed to talk peace on our terms, but these fanatical fools could wreck everything with a single incident. The Dominators must reach Earth unharmed, and I can only count on one group to make sure that they do. The Legion. And so they're back at the clubhouse doing their thing, practicing. Hey, take it easy, Colossal Boy. At basketball I may beat, temporarily at least, but I'm still human. So they get an alert from the alarm. What's up, Starboy? A summons, Superboy, from the president. We're to call in all available members and head for the presidential palace at once. And so they do, passing through all the different levels of security. Welcome, Legionnaires. Sit down. I'll tell you why you're here. So he explains that he wants them to chaperone the Dominators back to Earth, pick up the Dominators on the neutral world of Polator, and open these sealed orders. To make sure nobody reads them till then, we've coated the envelope with Inertron. Not even Ultra Boy's Penetravision can see through that. What about Superboy's? It's not lead. Meanwhile, in a darkened hall across the city, behold, the screen glows, the Master is arriving. My teleporter works perfectly as always. I am here, men. Master, we have another group. Or another recruit. So this guy is brought in clearly, is not a volunteer, and they hook him up to this machine, and he is turned into an assassin. I am an assassin. I will obey the orders of the Master till death. Give him a blade. He is a member. So he apparently has the other letter that that was supposed to go to the Dominators, so he knows exactly what the plans are. I've raised the spaceport, Superboy. Landing instructions coming in. So there are the Dominators. We're your escort. The orders, what do they say, Brainiac 5? To avoid ambush, we're going to Earth through the 10th dimension. It's shorter, and get this, it's all over land. That doesn't make sense. So they are going to go into this machine, a dimensional warp. We'll breach the time-space continuum walls to put us in the 10th dimension. So the 10th dimension basically looks kind of like the third dimension. In this sub-universe, distances are all out of proportion with our own. Here we can journey 500 miles overland and re-enter our own dimension billions of miles from our starting point. So they are going to get into these air cars and travel along. All set then, let's get going. I'd feel a lot better if these air cars were armed. They'd be too heavy to make good time. Besides, we have our superpowers. So they head out. Meanwhile, other villains have broken into the Dimension 10 because they managed to grab the instructions. Quick, bring the equipment. This is the last of it. Hurry, the warp is beginning to close. Master, I have located the Legionnaires. They are on course to Earth in the second quadrant. Good, prepare the first attack. But Master, the ultimate weapon is not ready. I know that fool. What a jerk. We do not yet strike for the kill. First, we must soften them with preliminary blows. Then, when they are at their weakest, finish them. So the Legion is on their way, and one of the Dominators is kind of explaining why they attacked the UP. We Dominators are the product of a million years of controlled evolution. Our rulers insisted we be superior mentally and physically. See how easily I crush this wrench. Our sole purpose is to conquer and extend the dominion, but I guess they have given up. Meanwhile, a rock slide or avalanche threatens them. We'll be crushed. Legionnaires into action quick. I'll need help, Superboy. My flight ring's on the blink. Oh, and I can't fly and use my super strength at the same time. Be with you in a jiff, Ultra Boy. And so he just tosses Ultra Boy, and then Ultra Boy uses, I guess, his indestructibility. His ultra hard body smashed one boulder, and my heat vision takes care of another. I feel like Superboy, with his speed, could just take care of it all himself. I don't think the other Legionnaires would actually be any assistance to him, but got to get everyone in on the action. Oh, one more giant boulder coming down, and our air car's damaged. It'll be crushed. What can I do? Apparently he can't use his super kung fu or super karate, but he kicks the car away rather than the rock. How bad's our damage, Brainiac 5? Nothing Superboy and I can't handle in jig time. Meanwhile, Shrinking Violet and Phantom Girl are investigating where the avalanche happened, and Shrinking Violet thinks it was not an accident. I've studied rock formation, so I can easily find cracks and faults to hide in when I shrink to tiny size. There are no natural faults in this granite. And then she discovers a particle of plastic explosive. Someone tried to murder us. We'd better tip the others to your find. So they go back. Whoever stole the Dominator's orders, they'll try again. So we must post guards. We Dominators need little sleep. We will guard. No, that's our job, Karate Kid. Take first shift on the air cars, Starboy, the supplies, Duo Damsel, and Ultra Boy will relieve you at midnight. Again, Superboy's been shown that he doesn't need sleep. He doesn't need rest. So why doesn't he just... And he's got super senses. It's kind of lonely out here and quiet, almost too quiet. It's getting on my nerves. Huh? What's that? Stop there or I'll blast you. Wait, I am no enemy. A Dominator. Yes, since you would not let us guard... Goltan has asked me to bring you food. We would like to show our appreciation. Well, thanks. How about that? These guys aren't so bad after all. For a while, the two chat. These discs we wear on our foreheads signify our rank or position. We ambassadors are entitled to wear fairly large discs. Commoners or subjects must wear small ones. Interesting. I must return the portable shelter now. Peace. Master, shall we strike? So they're like 10 feet away, but of course, because Starboy doesn't have super senses, he doesn't notice them. No, fool, not yet. Uh-oh. Looks like Starboy is in for anything but peace in part 2. So I've never really been into the Dominators, but they are an enduring race and have been featured outside of the Legion, particularly since, as it says, they've been around for millions of years. They are used also they've been used in the Justice League stories also. So Jim Shooter is doing some kind of cool world building early on. So that is the first appearance of the Dominators, and we will be continuing with part 2.